Hi, happy Friday. Welcome back to my channel. I apologize for not uploading any videos the past few weeks, but it's been a little hectic over here. Bruce has been under the weather. He had a ear infection and I couldn't get an appointment with his normal vet. Had to find another vet to visit, and he's slowly on the mend now. He has an appointment with his normal vet in 2 weeks, and I hope to get him over there and see how he's doing, get an update with that. I'm going to squish my planners into one video. So this is my Happy Planner, classic size. This is my A5 Cousin diary. This is my A5 Cousin. And then this is my Traveler's Notebook. I will have timestamps down below so that you can click on whichever planner you want to watch. So let's go with this one. I will do a flip through for March. And that's Bruce with his toy. This is April. So this is what it looks like since April's on Saturday. How I generally will plan and or lay it out for this month. So his medication that he takes every month is up here. So sticker, he actually again has an appointment on the 15th. So there's his sticker. Water delivery, we have street cleaning, and then I actually have an appointment at the end of the month with my own doctor. So this is sort of what it looks like when it's blank. And then March, still kind of blank. Don't do a whole lot of decorations again other than the appointments. And as you can see, the morning sun's starting to come in through the door. So hopefully that's not too distracting. So this is the first week of March. My packages I put over here. And then most of the stickers that you see on the page are from Happy Planner. And then, you know, these little ones are ones that I created on my Cameo. This is the second week of March. And I applaud anybody who can decorate their entire week. I found it very challenging to do, but I did want to try to use up my stickers. And then the way I generally like to do my planners is what you would see in my Hobonichi weeks, which is using my own planners. And you can see how it's sort of like a mishmash of stickers, even though these are Happy Planner stickers. But you know, they're kind of like a hodgepodge of stuff versus laying them out like this, which I found very challenging. So I don't know what it's going to look like next week, because this was, for me, hard to do. More Happy Planner stickers. We have rain, Bruce. And I think I said I put packages over here. Then we started his eardrop medication. So I started keeping track down here. We only treated him for 3 days. The medication that they gave us is known for causing deafness in some dogs. And I'm not interested in causing, you know, Bruce to go deaf in his ear. So we treated it 3 days, and by then his ears started to look better. And since we have his normal vet appointment in 2 weeks, we decided to stop and just keep monitoring his ear. And if it feels like it's coming back, we're going to go ahead and give him more drops. Otherwise, he is doing fine, and we're keeping an eye on him. And then this is for this week. I had planned on making 2 videos, but again, I decided just to squish it in one so I can get more done today. And then I squeezed in my tasks for the day in like this, and then as I'm doing them, I would check them off. So I need to do Fridays, my task list for today, and a lot of it is going to be for my husband's business that I need to get done. And then tomorrow, Bruce gets his flea meds. So this is my flip through of my Happy Planner. This is my, again, 5-year Hobonichi. I'm using this as my sketchbook. You know what? I'll be right back. Let me close the door a little bit. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. Because the sun, I close the door a little bit so the sun can't come in. So this is the 31st. So my initial plan with this was to doodle every single day at night. But because I had been stressed out about Bruce and just everything else, I hadn't been able to do it. My latest thing, starting on, I think, the 25th, I had thought of sketching in the state bird for every state in the United States. I thought it would be fun. This one is Arkansas, even though I don't have it written down. And I think their state bird is the northern mockingbird. I could be wrong. I need to look it up again and then write down the information. But I would sketch it in pencil first and then come back. And I initially had a darker pen. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a no bleed pen. But then I stopped using it and just went to the Hobonichi black ink. You know, the free pen that we get when we buy our techos. So I've been using that. So this one I think is still in pencil. Now this one is in the Hobonichi pen, but you might still be able to see the pencil marks in there. So this is a cactus wren, state bird of Arizona. This is the state bird of Alaska. It's called a willow ptarmigan. I do plan on going back and watercoloring it in when I have the time. Hopefully that might be next month, because I think my husband's going on his annual fishing trip for like a week with his brothers. Bruce, hang on, let me finish filming. This is the northern flicker, state bird of Alabama. And again, it's in pen. Sorry about that, Bruce. Likes to play with these things when I'm filming. This is a kitten that I try to draw. It's cuter in person in the photo. I kind of made him look psycho with his eyes so big. This is the kiwi bird, national icon of New Zealand. New crowned crane, national bird of China. Bruce, hang on. Shh. Gray jay, national bird of Canada. And he's so big, but he's really a small bird. This is the crested, is it pronounced caracara, national bird of Mexico. It's a beautiful bird. Look it up online and you'll see beautiful photos of him. For the next 3 drawings, I was sort of on a kick with drawing sort of diner signs, you know, like back in the 50s and the 60s. So this is Flo's VA Cafe, which is in Disney California Adventure. We've eaten there a few times. Not too bad. Pre-COVID when we were annual pass holders. This is the Cozy Cone Motel. And it's going to look better once I color it in. This is also penciled and then outlined with the black pen. This is the adorable Snowman Frosted Treats, also in California Adventure. And he took up a lot more space than I wanted him to, but I'll just have to doodle something smaller in the next 4 years. And then I have blank pages, which I'm going to go back to later to draw. So I'm not going to stress out too much about this because, again, this is supposed to be something fun for me to do and it's not supposed to stress me out. This is my cousin. I am still loving how thin it is. So this is for the past 3 months. This is what it looks like. And I'm really, really loving it. It lately has become for me a commonplace book. So I've been putting in recipes, photos that I find in magazines as I'm cutting them out. So this is my monthly layout. And it's the same thing here where I am just putting down like when my gardener shows up, birthdays, water delivery, or street cleaning. February, this is March, this is April. So let's go to the weekly. So this is sort of my style of planning. So I don't pre-plan, I plan every day as I go. I generally put down a task list, as I said in here. So actually, what you see in here is what you would see here. The difference between the two is that I keep track of my bills in here, which you don't see in here, and I don't do it in here. But I like this because it keeps everything, obviously, in one book. But this is the way I generally like to plan. So this is for January, but let's zoom up to March. So this is for this week. So this is, I think, from Michaels. The washi tape packages are over here. And then if I do know in advance in the week For example, trash. I had planned on making 2 videos today. I'm making 1. I know that on the 1st, Bruce will be getting his flea heart med, so I put that down. But then generally, either the morning of or the night before, I will put down a sticker that will mark down the task that I need to do for that day, and then that I need to try to complete. And so I need to fill that in as soon as I'm done filming here of what I need to do. So this is for this week. This is for last week. And a lot of these stickers are from the Happy Planner. Here is Bruce's eardrops again. I decided to go with a dog theme, and I actually decorated this page, right, with the washing the sticker on Thursday after Bruce had his visit on Wednesday and had his ear cleaned, and then we started medicating his ear Thursday night. And by then I was starting to feel better because he was starting to feel better. And so then I went back and was looking at my diary that I write in at night to fill in what I was missing. And then we got a lot of rain. This is the week before. And again, my little checklist. This is the 2nd week of March. And I try to keep it very simple. You know, if it's up, you know, if it's loaded up with a bunch of stickers, for the most part, it's really functional of the things that I need to get done that day. And then this is the 1st week of March. Daiso washi tape, Happy Planner. All these little stickers are Happy Planner. Those stickers are ones that I created. Now, let's go to the March. So this is the April page before the 1st. So I don't know, I generally, in the past, have left this blank. What I started to do is create a currently page. So here is my March currently page. In this case, I have reading, doing, and my goals. And then I write down. So in this case, I don't think I'm going to finish the second book that I'm reading, because I haven't been able, I wasn't in the mood to read, but I have, I think, 5 days left before I have to return it back to the library. So I'm going to try to make time at night to start reading. But I did finish 1 book called The Island. And then again, here are the things that I am doing this month, and then my goals. And then I've been going through old magazines that my sister gave me, and I've been cutting things out. And so that's where some of these have come in. So I found this beautiful lady drawing, so I decided to put her in. Here are some recipes that I found. And again, it's becoming more like a commonplace notebook, because I'm putting down things that I like, that I just want to remember. Like, I remember this lunch pail when I was a kid. Not this specific one, but the style, because I did have one when I was younger. Here's Bruce. This is my doodle of Kit Kat looking at the bird next door on an apple tree. This is from a magazine. Here's Kit Kat sleeping near Bruce. So these were some house plans that I like. I do have Thanksgiving cactus. And I don't have a lot of these other ones, but I thought it would be fun to cut it out and paste it in. So that's what they look like. And then what they are over here. More. This is an Easter cactus. Bruce. This is an Easter cactus that I found at Home Depot. I actually found 3, hopefully different colored ones, but this is the red one. This one's really interesting. So this might be kind of fun to grow, but I don't have I don't have big windows like this. And then here's some more information about cactus, some tulips, a quote that I found online that I liked. So I thought I would put some mushrooms down for the quote. More recipes. I don't know if my husband would be interested in trying a chicken zucchini meatball sub, but it sounded interesting and healthy. so I went ahead and left it in here. I have temperatures down here of the weather. I do keep track of the weather in my diary, so on days like this where I don't have it, I can refer back to my diary and then fill it in later. Here is another recipe. It is a spicy chicken katsu sandwich. So it looks really good. I don't know if my husband would be interested in trying something spicy, but if he is, I got the recipe here. My husband bought an old truck, so that day I bought myself a medium pizza. This is when Bruce started really not feeling well, and I started calling around for trying to find an appointment for him. So I went ahead and put this peanut M&M on the middle of the page because he looked the way I felt. Here's Bruce just feeling a little bit better. On Wednesday is when we took him to the vet, so this is what he looked like after we got back from the vet. He was really tired and resting on the floor. A magazine cutout. More magazine cutouts. This is the Easter cacti that we bought. So here's three different colors. I'm hoping it's pink, red, and I'm hoping this one's sort of like a purple violet color. So when they open, I plan on taking another photo. This is Monday. Here's another flower thing that I taped in. Another recipe, lemon raspberry crumb bar. Here's Thursday, here's Friday. So I need to go back. I need to make some time at night, go back and fill it in. I have noticed that if you fall behind like I do, the one way not to fall behind is to really make time in the morning or at night. Generally at night if you want to fill this in every single day. And in my case, I haven't, which again is okay because the diary that I have in my bedroom, I've been keeping track of. And I can always go back and fill it in here, which is what I plan to do when I have some downtime. Lastly, this is my traveler's notebook. These are adhesive birds that my sister got me from Daiso. This is a traveler's notebook that I picked up from Amazon, and I'm using it to hold my garden plant journal. I'm calling this one book 1 because I'm pretty sure that I will finish it, before the year is out. And I will do a quick flip through of this one. So I started it on March 1 when I found some tomato seeds called San Marzano. I am hoping to make some spaghetti sauce this year. This is a sprouted potato, garlic. This is what the my tomato seedling looked like when it popped out. My mom's cymbidium, an avocado, variegated lemon, some flower buds off of my mom's tree that she started from seed. I think it's called pomelo, P-O-M-E-L-O. It's one of those big grapefruit looking fruits. This is a shingling plant. What is this guy? This is a prayer plant, Maranta. Oh, sorry. Spurs, hang on. I try to keep track of the weather and then highlighted the day. And then anything that I see that's worth recording, I will go ahead and write it down. So like on March 14, I started seeds inside. I started bok choy inside. Oh, I should start soon. This is a cacti that my sister gave me a few years ago, and then I found it in the corner of the backyard. So I went ahead and pulled them out. These are cacti seedlings that I started from seed. African violet called Bob's Omega. It naturally stripes on its own, which I think is pretty cool. And I've had this guy now for a number of years. Here are some seeds that I started. I soaked them in water. They're morning glories and one moonflower. So I went ahead and taped the empty packet into my page. Some more notes of what I've done. Here's Kit Kat. So Kit Kat was looking in the dirt. I went to go look too. He found a gopher hole. Hasn't caught it yet. And then there's Kit Kat outside being proud of himself. My first strawberry of the year. More notes of my seeds starting to sprout. So this is actually my tomato seeds, my San Marzano. They're starting to come up. This one is my 3 Easter cacti that I found at Home Depot. So I went ahead and put his photo in here too. And then this is what I wrote in yesterday. This is like a side look of a bucket that I have in the backyard where I am growing my potatoes. I'm trying to see if I can get a decent harvest in a bucket like this. It's a big laundry type basket thing. So the container's blue. The dirt is down here in the bottom, and then the green sprouts that you see are potatoes. So hoping for a good harvest later this year. And that is a quick look of my planners. Happy Planner, Hobonichi, Traveler's Notebook. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you'd like to see after the pin videos of my planners. Again, generally I do try to keep separate videos, but because I'm kind of short on time, I am combining it into one. So take good care, have a great weekend, and I will see you probably not next week, but 2 weeks from now. Okay, I'll talk to you then. Bye.